we've analyzed before now. Okay, so essentially, it's not a new thing. We've been doing this before now. All right, so good morning, everybody, once again, and glad to be here. So quickly, let's go through what we've done over the week. And this evening, 4 p.m. Nigerian time, we'll be starting a boot camp, and that is focusing on the advanced traders. And of course, if you've been trading and you're a beginner or you're an intermediate trader, you feel free to also join. Okay, but essentially, it is targeted to work more to help the advanced traders. So if you're a newbie, please there will be time for us to start talking about what is pips or what is pending order or all of the basic things. Okay, if you just come to learn and ask questions within the frame of what we'll be talking about. All right, it's essentially for the advanced traders. So if you've been trading, you're working on your entry protocol, you have problem with your risk management, you're still trying to find your balance around analysis and the rest of that, yes, this bootcamp is for you. So we're talking about certain things. We'll keep it simple. It's 1 hour. We're going to talk about them simply. We're going to show examples.
Hello, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
So I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Okay, all right, good, thanks. I
You
don't
can
know
see
what
that.
happened.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Yeah, it was network. It's raining somehow heavily around here. So,
Okay, sir.
all right, so let's start from the DXY. The outlook we had was very simple at the beginning of the week, expecting a buy into this range, expecting a sell into this range, but expecting it to tap liquidity below this price level here. All right, below that price level, below this price level, before we start seeing buy. And yesterday, it wasn't you. I was talking to somebody, and I said the price was forming something like this here, around this level. The price was around there. That was about yesterday afternoon. I think around that time, after the Euro US dollar starts pushing. Okay, so when I saw this movement, I said, "Oh, come on." I've showed this to my guys before because I remember I've showed you this multiple times. This is a clear sign that we want to reverse. So the minute I saw this candle, I saw this candle, I saw this candle, I said it's good. We look for DSY to upward direction, and that boosted my confidence. It boosted my confidence in buying Euro US dollar. So ideally, those are the reasons I kept on saying that you should look forward to more bearish momentum on Euro US dollar as for yesterday. All right, so that's simple. Now, the other part of that information is that we'll be expecting more momentum on the DXY. What do I mean by that? For example, looking at what this has done, it gave us a clear signal for a buy energy, right? It gave us a clear signal for a buy energy. Of course, the price did not get to where we're expecting, but the moment it gave us this, see, I told you something very crucial. If you have not heard it before, or this is your first time, it is important that you listen to it now. You don't know where or when the markets will go, but you have an idea of where it will go. But you will never have an idea of when it will go there. All right. Now, let me keep that simple, really simple. I was anticipating the price to get to this price level here. Okay. The price didn't get there. But what do I need to see for me to believe that the price will start pushing in the opposite direction? This is an example. I've shared this with you forever. So the price did it here. I don't care whether it does it below here or above here, but the moment it did it, I'm happy. It boosted my confidence that I'll be looking for a buy. So this is the buy here. And don't forget, I already had this markup since the beginning of the week. If you don't watch that video for the week, that weekend review, mute your microphone, please. If you don't watch that video, please try to always watch it. It is important. It's about 200 MB. Sometimes it's lesser than that, but it's nothing. 200 MB is nothing compared to the values you're going to get for the week, right? So the essence of that is to ensure that most of the time, you may not have a smoother entry in between the week. Okay, you may not have the a smoother entry in between the week, meaning that it could be the first entry you had at the beginning of the week is what you're going to nurture all through the week. You've seen that multiple times, right? Sometimes I give you analysis in the beginning of the week that the market will buy, it will sell, it will continue buying from here. And that's like 3 entry or 3 waves of market movements throughout the week. A particular wave may move from Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday. You have the retracement on Thursday. Continuation happens on Friday. We're done for the week. So sometimes you have it like that. Sometimes you will see the market range all through from where we analyze it from the weekend, only for us to see Thursday and Friday move in our direction. So it is important that you know exactly what you want to do at the beginning of the week. Are we together? Okay. So, all right. So, this is how it now works. This looks buy. That's why we had this sale yesterday. Now let's go to the main deal. One of the best setup we had this week was right here. This was a fantastic move, right? This was a fantastic movement. Okay, so on I got this entry on 1 hour. So let's go to the 1 hour. This is Euro US dollars. Okay, Euro USD. All right, this is what happened here. I've told you, if you don't understand price, it's high time you start understanding price delivery, price movement. We at all-time high here, right? And how do I put it? Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. So to keep that simple, thank you. So to keep that simple, are we expecting right here? Let me break it down for you. So if you are still struggling with your trades, it's probably because you're seeing less in the market. Look at this level here. This was the high price level we had. Can you see that? Can you see this? And look at what we have here. Okay, let me use something else. I don't want to just oppose the whole thing. So look at this. This was the last high price we had, that yellow line. Can you see that? Now look at the last low we had. Can you see that? This was the high, this was the low. The next one we had higher high. So let me take it out. No, not you. Okay, good. So this was the last high with this candle. This was the last low with this candle. This was the higher high. The higher high took out the previous high. I've told you that is one of the things you should know in the market. What else? The market moved straight down, swept the low. That is the first thing. But we're not ending there. The second movement went and closed below the previous low. That's a change of character. So with that being said, it means this level, this candle right here, this candle right here, it has turned to what? It has turned to a reference point for us. That is the bearish order block, by the way. All right. Now, we're not sitting just on that. This is on 1 hour time frame. The best other block you could have is the one that has that opportunity to give you a fair value gap just after it. With this, it's a fair value gap, a bearish fair value gap at that. So which means from the moment we have this buy, we can always wait for the market to do something like this to this level, which is here as a fair value gap, to tap into it and start selling. But this is a 1 hour time frame. All right. So what did I do? I saw that we had another block or the 1 hour time frame perspective. So what did I do? I moved straight to 15 minutes time frame. That is one of the things that I will be teaching you in this 1 week, what's it called, boot camp, so you can have an idea of what I'm saying. Multi-time frame analysis, multi-time frame analysis. So people walk around it. Well, yes, it was some people. Some people don't get it right. And look at the stop loss we had there. Come on, see. This is about how many pips? This is about 8 pips. Our stop loss is just how many pips? 8 pips. Peradventure, we're taking it from the midpoint. But if we are not taking it from the midpoint, how many pips are we risking right here? This is just 12 pips. Come on, guys. This is nothing to be scared about. This is absolutely okay. Give or take, this is about 12 pips. Let's say 10. Let's say 10. So with these 10 pips now, how many pips are we looking at to make? I drew that for you essentially. And look at the risk reward ratio here. What do we have? 1 ratio, I'm coming. 1 ratio 10. This is 1 ratio 10, guys. Is it up to 1 ratio 10? It shouldn't be. I don't think it is up to it. Okay, let me take out this. Wait, let me take out this. It's actually 1 ratio 10 though. Look at this. 1 ratio 10. At the being we activated from this level. Okay, but this is where we activated. This is where we activated. So let's check what's the risk reward ratio here. 1 ratio 5. This is what? 1 ratio 5. So eventually, it's not a bad deal at all. All I was looking for is the opportunity to see the price coming back into the zone. Don't forget, this yellow zone here is the other block level. So I'm expecting the price to move or tap into it or move into the half of it or anywhere within it before it starts selling. But right there, I also saw a bearish fair value gap zone, which is here. You know, the good thing about this is I sent it across. I was lucky enough to see it earlier, and I was able to share it. Okay, this is it here, and this is it here. What you're looking at is the fair value gap, a bearish fair value gap right here. A bearish what? Fair value gap from this candle bottom to this candle top. All right. So once the market starts moving to the upside, and don't forget, this also moves from a level you understand. This also from a fair value gap level. I didn't say that yesterday, but some of you will understand. This is here, a buy. You can analyze the market all day long, take shots upon shots upon shots, and come out profitable. I think it's something I still want to do on some of the time this year. Just want to spend the entire day on the charts, taking multiple entries based on strategies, just for the fun of it anyways. Not like expecting anything tangible, just for the fun of it. And I think I will try. I'll create a time someday. One full day on the chart. I just want to do it. Catching buy and sell, different levels, different entries, different exits, and all of that. Look at this. We can be on the chart all day long.
So after doing it, just be sending it to us now.
No problem. So long you're open for the risk that comes with that. So this level here, I saw it ahead of time that the price was going here. If the price put out from here, I'll be looking for a buy. I could have started buying from here as well, because this happened from an area of support, 17 pips. This is an area of value. Bullish engulfing. What next? Continuation of a buy. Buy here. Now the price moves specifically into that zone here, into that level. Can you see that? This is the fair value gap zone. The price moves specifically there. The first movement it tapped into it with this candle, I shared with you. And I was expecting you to understand that this is a shooting star at an area of value. What does that mean? It means we're looking for sale. Come on, guys. We are looking for sale. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You are doing fantastic well if all you do on the chart is just this. It's quite simple. But if you believe that your analysis, your setup, your thought process, everything you want to do must be complex, then there is a problem, because complexity will give no dime. Complexity will only complicate the issue. Simplicity will give you more money. Trust me. You've seen this multiple times. Simplicity will do what? Will give you more money. Just like I said here, this is a shooting star. If all you understand is shooting star candlestick formation pattern at an area of value, you are good to go here. The second candle printed it. What does this mean? We are not ready to buy. Right? Look at that. The third candle printed a direct bearish candle, sweeping below these low guys. So what does that tell you? We want to sell off. Now the next one went back to test your faith by moving back into this range and pulling out immediately. Even if you have not gotten any clue with all of these 4 or 5 guys, if you have not gotten any clue at all, you see this guy here, this candle that went here and closed like this, that looks like a gravestone doji. The moment you see this one here, the moment you see it, you should be aware that these guys are ready to sell. Your earliest exit should be here. Your earliest exit. That's why you see momentum here. You see momentum here. We've talked about these things multiple times. It will really pain me if you cannot identify these things on the chart until now. At least if you have been around us with, we've been with us for, you've been attending my class and you've seen me talk about these things for the past 4 months or 3 months, and you're still not getting this, that means you need to sit down and check it well again. This thing will not glue to your memory. You have to practice it. You can listen to me from now till eternity, and this thing may not sink, because what we're doing, the real power of what we're doing is not in hearing. The real power of what we're doing is not in listening, is in practicing. So when people say it's theoretical, why won't it be theoretical? Should I just go into the price action and start telling you what you don't understand? I have to explain. That is the theory. And let me shock you. Even the theoretical part of this is very draining and stressful to me personally. And I must be sincere with you. Telling you the price story and breaking it down without the proper practical, it makes it so draining, exhausting. But who cares? So long you're seeing value and you're getting it, I'm okay. So it's really sound awkward when I hear things like, hey, it's too theoretical, can it be more practical? Even the theory, you've not gotten it. When you get the theory, we show you the practical, then you practice with the practical. That is how you're going to grow. There is no way we're going to do forex trading without practical. Anywhere you're learning and all you hear is theory, trust me, you're not learning anything. So what we do here is we teach you the real thing. I've spent a lot of years in the markets. I've burnt my fingers multiple times. I've learned a lot in the market. I've helped a lot of people. I've been helped so many times. Market has taken from me. I've taken from the market. Currently, I've taken a whole lot from the market than the market has ever taken from me. That's the truth. So, and I'm not willing to give back to the market as much as I've taken. So let's be clear. So personally, I'm talking from an angle of clarity, and you should appreciate that. This is this simple. These candles, they tell you stories. What stories exactly can you see from here? Why am I focusing on this? Not because this played out. Everything we've said, when they want to play out, they play out simply like this. You can bear witness to that. But I'm just laying emphasis on this because the way this happened, any other one can happen just like this. Go back to the WhatsApp group and check the Great Britain pounds US dollar outlook I dropped last week. When I said the markets will head to a price level before you start selling, go and check it. Just go and check it. You see, I talked about it last week. Thursday, Friday, I was talking about that. Already today, as at yesterday, it's smashing it really. It was selling massively from there yesterday. So what are we saying? You still want to believe this is gamble? No, of course not. So this guy shows you lower lows, lower highs, wipe the liquidity, close below. This guy already showed you everything that we want to sell. We're selling, no problem. You see this level? Don't forget that it formed from an area of value, which is a bullish fair value gap zone. That's where it formed from, right? That also means this level will be a zone for a reference. That is why the market got there and you found a reaction. This is the reaction here. What I'm saying is, if you had been selling from here, this level should be your take profit. At least if you don't know anything about what we're doing, this level should be your take profit. All right. See what the market did. Close that level, came back there. What does that tell you? A support turn resistance. It's as simple as that. Okay, sometimes you don't need plenty grammar. You don't even need any grammar at all. This is it here. Just break it simple. Okay, now let me show you one thing to tell you that nothing happens in the market for a fun. All right, the same way this level was broken, we had a sell below, went back into this level. It's the same way we have this level broken. A market swept through this and it went back up here to start selling. I will use this contest for one of the things I want to talk about this evening. You should join the class. I won't mention the name now, but join the class. Right here, what do you think the market went to do? Exactly. The same thing that gave you the opportunity to buy from here. Don't forget that. Well, where is it? Where is it? Okay, from here. Look at this. Fair value gap zone, all right? The same reason you bought from here. Look at this. The same reason you bought from here is the same reason you will be selling from here. You know, at the point the market pulled back yesterday, this was the time I was telling some guys that it's going to pull back. It pulled back yesterday for about 36 pips. After the pullback, what did he do? Started selling off again. And before the closing of yesterday, you see the markets. Just take a good look at this market, guys. Look at my stop take profit level. Then when the market got there, what happened? What do you notice? The market starts what? Starts ranging as if the market was there by mistake. Can you see that? Can you see? The moment the price got to our take profit level, what do you notice? The market started to do what? To react. Can you see? So basically, this is the thought process. Nothing is really, really difficult, seriously. But you need to stay grinded. You need to stay behind the charts. You need to understand this thing. You need to put in the energy. If you think you don't have time, I guess you do, because you sleep. If you sleep 4 hours, 5 hours in the night, you try. Sacrifice 30 minutes to check the chart out of it. It's not easy. It's never easy. I'm not telling you it's easy. I'm not promising you will be the next millionaire by this time next month. No. But the investments you put in yourself will pay you the highest dividend in your lifetime. This could be the best time for you to actually grab this information. Seriously speaking, at my level now, I don't even look forward to open charts. I do it when I can. I'm not interested in the pressure. I'm not interested. Tomorrow is NFP. I must not do anything, guys. I must not do anything. The only thing I need to do is I must be myself. When I'm in the best mindset or in the best mind frame, then I can go to the chart. There is nothing about must. If I must make money, then I must lose money. That's the rule of the game. So if I'm going with the perception or with the approach of I must make money, even if there is no opportunity in the market, I will trade as if the market is keeping the dollar for me. And if I do that, I'm going to lose. So I try not to make anything a must. It's a must for me to get better, yeah. It's a must for me to make more money through forex trading, yes. But it's not a must that I must go into the market and start acting up. When the market comes with an opportunity, when I can, I will prepare myself ahead of time and I do it. So it's not like, what if the market doesn't bring opportunity? Then I will start watching too. What if it looks like opportunity, I take it and it went against me, or it goes against me? That is also fine. Seriously speaking, yesterday when I told you that this market we either, when this candlestick was forming, this candlestick right here, I said we either buy, I said we either sell or it's your stop loss. You'll be thinking like, okay, maybe he's not sure. Well, I don't care. Even at the very beginning, I said it's not high probability to set up, but of course, it doesn't look like it. But you guess, it actually moved well, because this market did over 60 something pips. Look at this 71 reading, but it did 67 pips based on entry from where I entered from anyways. 66, can you see? I calculated 67. So guys, please, you have work to do. If this is still looking new to you, you have some work to do. I won't say a lot of work. Some of you have tried, you've really tried your best. You just need something simple to just capital. So I'm not going to say you need a lot of work. Some of you have done a lot already, okay? But I'll just tell you that missing part, try to find it. I don't know what your missing part is, but whatever it is, try to find it. That is how you're going to grow, okay? So I wish you all the best. I really wish you well in your journey. It's going to be a fantastic one, okay? Just keep learning. All right, this is Great Britain pounds US dollars. Can you see that? Last week I gave out this level as well, this entire level that I'll be expecting the price to get there before it starts selling. Look at it yesterday. It started selling yesterday. It sold well. Retracing today, I don't really care. This was where we are for the week, that it was going to gap down and trade up to this level, this point here. It didn't trade there. We were denied by about 4 pips or 5 pips, which is still very okay, guys. If you have taken this trade from here and you bought till you get here, this 106 pips, you've not done bad for yourself. Don't forget, we analyzed this together and I shared with this on Monday. So already, even if you calculate how many pips we've made in the markets this week alone, guys, we've tried. This is Wednesday, right? We've tried. Trust me, we've really tried. So when I tell you, sometimes we make 2,000 pips, 3,000 pips, 1,000 pips, if 1,500 pips per week, it's not to motivate you. You're going to see it. You can do it. The fact is, I don't trade every single thing. If I should start trading everything I update there, that means I'll be making as much as that. You may encounter some losses, but trust me, there will be nothing compared to your profit. But I'm not interested in the gamble. I trade with what I'm okay and comfortable with. All right. So this is still looking a bit bearish based on what we have here. This is a rejection, massive rejection coming up, and then we still have all of those trend line liquidity is not breaking above it. Let me show you something like this. You know, sometimes you get to a level you don't need to do so much on the charts. Trust me, you just need that clarity. Look at this. All of this top and taps into it, break below it, creating that high momentum into the fair value gap zone, rejecting from there. Most likely we're having more sell momentum here. What about this level? Will it still hold? I'm not sure if it will hold or not, but the market has tapped into it. So for me, I won't use that level again. But I want to leave it to Friday. You know, that's how we do. So you can see where we started from the beginning of the week to where we are at the end of the week. So nobody tells you that it's after the market has formed, they're now taking the glory. No, I don't do that. I'll tell you what I have in the markets ahead of time. If it doesn't move my way, I'm never shy to tell you it doesn't. Okay, so let's be clear. This AUD US dollar, we anticipated a buy. Actually, I wanted to buy from this zone to this level. That's about 89 pips. But you see this guy, it gapped down truly, but it didn't get into the zone. So we're denied of this entry by about 8 pips, and it's moved upward direction as much as we expected by 75 pips. But it did not get to where we are anticipating, which is around here. Also, we're denied of this entry of this profit level by what? By 5 pips. So the only reason I wouldn't have considered this as a profit level is because I didn't take it. If I'd taken it, I would say I've been making profit and this is my profit target, but I didn't take it at all. But paraventure, I said it. I said you're going to seek for a buy, at least at the beginning of the week, seek for a buy till it gets here before you start selling. So if paraventure on that Monday, you just took the buy without waiting for it to get here, you will still be on the right direction. I wasn't just ready for any pull, any drawback, okay, any drawdown rather. So which means it's still a very good one anyways. But then It is what it is. Right here is where I'm expecting a buy from. If it starts selling now, I'm expecting it to get here before I start selling. And this is the second point of interest for me on AUD US dollar. So people have put this on the pending order now since a week, but it has not played out. Yes, you can leave it. It will still play out, I believe so. Let's see how the market unfold anyways. And okay, this was the earliest movements I was expecting from USDCAD to get here before we start buying off. So it did a little movement to this level before I start buying. So already this was not part of the trade I took because it didn't do what I was expecting. So I didn't take it, but it's buying currently. So I said it, of course, too, that after this sell though, I want to see a buy into this level before we start seeing sell. So it was more of a bullish bias, but after this bearish momentum, but it's doing the bullish bias right here. It has done about 60 something pips, and I'm expecting it to get here. If it gets here, guys, I'm shooting a sell, man. I'm shooting a sell on this, and I'll be taking a buy on EURUSD or GBPUSD US dollar. Okay, when the time comes, we're going to figure it out, but let's keep that simple for now. This is another guy, USDJPY. Absolutely, last week was massive for this guy because this was also an entry zone which we gave up, right? The market moved into it on the Sunday of the market opening, right? Markets move straight into that zone. Don't forget, what we did on Euro US dollar is the same thing that happened here. All right, this is also a very good level for what's it called, for a bearish order block. Okay, so with this now we can see a failure swing. This was the previous low taken out massively, we can do, and all of that. So only for the market to move above here. This is a gap up. Market gapped up this way, it went to a consequent encroachment of this level. So if you do that, you will see that that's absolutely the average point. All right, so the market did this on Sunday night, and from there I knew it was going to sell. So the earliest trade I took this week was USDJPY and GBPUSD. And this guy particularly, look at where I took it out. I took out my profit from here. After these two guys, I've told you this thing before. Anytime the market is moving in a bearish or bullish direction, you have these two guys here, these enemies of progress, I call them. When you have them, it means the market wants to continue selling. So I didn't tell you the last part of the story. I still saw this guy a little bit to this level right here. All right, I still saw this guy after these two candles. I still saw this guy. It's not my habit to show what I trade basically, but sometimes I do that to encourage you, and it shouldn't have anything to do with you, just that to boost your confidence. So you don't really have to trade what I trade, or trade the asset I trade, or trade how I trade. You can be built to be a better trader than me. But I'm just showing you the principle and to boost your confidence so you can trade, okay? Nothing more, nothing else, nothing like that, okay? So I'm not interested in showing how much I make or not. So this is it here, guys. Excuse me. So what you have here is very simple. You see the price, I took out my first profit here. After these two guys here, it means the bears are still in control. So I took it again for a sell right here. And if you look at the entire movement, at least you made about 60 pips out of it. I made about 60 pips out of it, rather. So this is about how many pips? This is about 93 pips. So from where I entered from, which was from here, is 60 pips to where I entered from. Okay, I'm coming. All right, this is where I entered from this candle, opening of this bearish candle, the second one here is where I entered from. So with that, I was able to make another 60 pips on that price, and that was it. So the moment I made that, I left the market. I'm not interested in all of this movement. Trust me, guys. I was not interested. All of this low was cleared, was taken out. I was not interested. All right. I was not really interested. So I was out of this buy, and I was breathing. Yes, the market too can breathe. It can breathe for me. So this guy has done what we're expecting it to do from here. This level is also where I'm expecting the price to get to in the future before we have a sell. So to make my chart a little bit reasonable, okay, I will leave it to Friday. I would have removed this right now. I would have. I'm tempted to remove it, but I'll try to leave it in next so this weekend, Friday. Okay, so let's see how that goes. So this one probably could it possible, had it been this high was taken out, no significant level, I would have expected it to sell down a little bit to this zone here before I start buying again to this level. But let's see how that goes. I mean, could be expecting it to move into this level and buy here. Okay, something like that, something like this, right? I could expecting it to do this, but I'm not looking much into this, probably because I've taken what's they can sacrifice to give me for the week. Something like this is still looking great. But then let's keep it simple. Let's move ahead and let's go to the next guy. Here's the CHF. Yeah, I told it to buy from here since last week. The market has actually entered this level. This was on what was this? Okay, Sunday, Friday. Thank you, Friday. This was Friday candle. So my outlook was to see the price coming to a price level above it, which was here. This was the first entry point, and the moment that level was smashed, I set another level here for you to take your buy from here. And the last time I checked, it has done about 67 pips in the market. Can you see 67 pips? It has done 67 pips buy. So which means this is also a very good one for us, and we made some good money off here. All right, USDCHF. Anyways, so how is it going for the next of the week? Expecting more sell from there. So this level, very good. Expected a buy to break above it and see reaction. Now it's breaking above it and just moving around it for now. So I'm leaving this guy. It did not get to where we're expecting, but I said I wanted to get into this zone before I start buying and to buy to this level. And absolutely, that would have been a whooping sum of 75 pips on average. But it did how many pips on average? 60 pips on average, but that's not bad. But just that I didn't enter this trade, and this is the ultimate level I'm expecting it to get to. In case if this level is taken out broken, and then we can have this. Or peradventure, they're not interested anymore in this zone right here. I'm coming. They're not interested in this zone right here. And where would they be reacting from? Most likely, you can find a level around there, which is a level above where they had liquidity before now. So anything can happen around there. So you can keep that simple. You can keep it really, really simple. All right. But if we have more bearish momentum to take out this low here, let me zoom that a little. To take out this zone here and more bearish momentum, that means they turn this level to a fair value gap inversion. All right. So we're going to watch out for that as well. So that is that on NZD US dollar. That's why I love to take my trades at the beginning. Come on, I missed this. I missed this. You know, I told you I bought this, right? I sold it rather, just like USDJPY. This is GBPUSD. Can you see that? I sold it too. Can you see? Can you see my outlook there? From where the price was, I was looking for a sell. It sold. Funny enough, it sold. I enjoyed the sell a little, but not the entire 90 something pips that he did. So after this momentum, I was waiting for reaction here, whether they're going to drop lower to break below here before they start selling more. But I saw bullish momentum, and that was all. I forgot totally until now. Until now, I knew they were going to do this. I foresee it. Like, I was expecting it. I was expecting them to buy everything they sold here with this bearish candle. Look at the entire bearish candle, right? Everything they sold with it, I was expecting them to buy it. This entire bearish candle. Can you see them buying it? They bought it all through. Yeah, that's it. So this is a balanced price range here with these candles, right? Just like we have balanced price range here before they swipe down and the rest. So I'm not interested in looking at this guy for now. I'm going to wait for new market price engineering. And when that happens, okay, it looks good, but like as it is, it's looking bearish regardless. Because why it sold massively, it took a lot of candles to buy to this level. Why? Is it that they're not ready yet? They just want to sweep it again and come to a lower price level like this? It could be anything anyways, but then it is what it is. I'm not really interested in this guy again for now. I'm going to wait for a reset, and after then I'll know what to do. GBP Canadian dollar. This has actually hit our target, initial target. Okay, almost about how many pips? I told you this on Monday. This is about 10 pips to our initial target. So we wanted to buy from here, okay, and buy to this level, but eventually the price only reacted with a fair value gap zone, which was from here to here. All right, if I'd taken a very keen observation or anticipated in that direction, would have caught this trade, and it would have been massive, guys. It would have been massive. Don't worry, this is GBP Canadian dollar and GBP AUD. They are regular guys. We catch them back to back most times, and they deliver nothing less than 400 pips per time. We catch the wave. Okay, so keep it simple. All right, all of this move we caught it. Don't forget, we caught all of this move here. We caught all of this move, this entire buy. We caught it too. We're expecting for this, even this sell, we caught it. Don't forget, we caught this sell here, but we expected it to sell down here before we buy again. So There's nothing to cry over this bill make. Nothing. This is very close to the anticipated momentum, and with this favorable gap zone that put out from here, you have it here, and this is about how many pips? 362 pips, which is reasonable. Anyways, it's really reasonable. So I'm taking this out because we didn't take the buy, so there's nothing we are proud of here. But we saw it ahead of time, right? That it was going to buy this long. All right. So at the point, I think at the beginning of the week, I was anticipating the way the news was popping up that we may actually have a break below here and see more sell momentum. But look at this, there was no break at all. Can you see that? They did not break below here. So which means there is no sell, there's no valid sell momentum. So the buy continues. This will be the level. It's fine. We have this level here. So in the next couple of minutes, this should be taken out. This was also a very good, this is about 5 pips to go. All right. If this level is taken out, I will know what else to do. We'll catch another entry from here, either for a buy or for a sell, but looks good for now. All right. GBPJPY AUD, I told you on Monday to secure your profit, to secure your entry, because this guy is looking disrespectful away. How can you give about 160 something pips and you took it back? That's market. It's possible. So nothing is really strange. At the beginning of the week, I told you that I'm expecting more bullish momentum though, but then if it's not happening, well, secure your entry. And the moment I saw the gap up on the GBPUSD, I had the feeling that this guy will also do the same. It's going to sell massively. Look at it sell. It sold massively back to the entry point where we have the entire story. So is it that they want to start buying again or not? So I can't say for now. So let's just leave it. If you're not taking this trade, don't bother to take it. If you took it before and it's taking you out on your trading stop, okay, that's fair. If you took it before and you're still watching it right now, well, I guess you will be on small profits or small drawdown. But whichever way it is, if you have not taken it at all, just wait, hold on. We'll find another entry later on, okay? All right, and Bitcoin US dollar, I didn't check this guy over the week, so nothing to look out for on it. This guy right here, I expected a sell momentum on Monday to get here before we start buying, but eventually the price did not do all of that. I think I even went to a lower time frame to even look out for a level that it is. Look at it here. I went down here to see if the guy will actually come. No, he didn't. So good for this week. We didn't catch much on it, apart from the fact that we're expecting more bullish momentum and we expect it to retrace before we have fantastic bullish momentum. And the retracement, it never did it. So it's kept on buying and buying. We didn't have formation for buy or sell here based on the time frame we were analyzing with. So there's nothing really here. Good. Wasn't one of our best pairs for this week, but it's fine. We have some other pairs that has given us some good money. All right. Okay, this is what I'm stopping for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much. And I hope you've learned one or two things from here. Okay, I hope you've learned one or two things from here. All right, if you have any question, please go ahead and ask your question if there is any. All right, if there's any question, please go ahead and ask. If there is no question, that means we've come to the end of today's training. And